Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to leave a like. It is a free and easy way to support the channel, and a very big thank you to everyone who leaves a comment every single day to help out the algorithm. It's not going to be a different video per se. It's just more of a, I'm actually really shocked that more people aren't talking about this, and I think I know why they're not talking about it, which makes sense, but is also like extremely selfish. So we are, at the time of me making this video, on the trek to where it seems that the United States is going to have their own Bitcoin reserve. If you've at some point missed any of the last 30 videos, it appears that a number of other states within the United States are also going to begin making their own Bitcoin reserve as well. Then we have the news of allegedly a number of countries who are buying up Bitcoin. We know that there are countries, but we're talking about these over here, the new ones, who are apparently in the game trying to front run the United States before the United States actually ends up buying them. And then you have the news of MicroStrategy buying huge amounts of Bitcoin as well. You might have noticed that altcoins are also doing exceptionally well as well. We've also gone over that since the middle of December. The idea being is that January, the year after the halving, so January 2025, begins what people call altcoin season, but like not like the normal, we go up by 3, 4, 5% a week. You know, over the course of a month, that coin went up by 12%. It did really well. There were no red days. We're talking about like you wake up and prices are up by like 23%. You go to sleep, they're up by 24%. You go to sleep, they're up by like it's constant like movement upward. That's where we're currently in. However, certain coins began to pop up on my radar in a number of different manners. Either being in the news, this coin went up by 12%. This coin had inflows of $100 million in one day on this crypto exchange, and the coin hasn't really been spoken about in a while. I kind of ignored it. We always have there's usually randomized news of this meme coin did this altcoin moved up in price, but it's not news per se. It's not like actually like anything that's happening. It's more of this coin just happened to be lucky moving up. So I chat with my friends a lot about the market, about the cryptocurrency space, where things are going, how money moves, that kind of thing. And one of my friends in particular mentioned the idea of tax-free cryptocurrencies. And it shook me to the core because I was like, anything that's tax-free tends to have money flowing to it instantaneously. There's not really like an idea that someone might have of being like, oh, zero taxes. I don't want that. Your money tends to flow in that direction. So as I stated before, I'm trying to find a way to just like give it to you. I started seeing very particular coins in the news, and these coins kept on like popping up over and over. But then, like I said, I'm shocked that no one was talking about this because this is a major talking point. This isn't like oh, wow, yeah, that's kind of cool. So anyway, going back to doing what you were doing before. No, this is like if this actually happens, the cryptocurrency market is going to change dramatically. I've had a thing that I've said for years now, back to like 2017. Back then, a lot of it was hyper speculation. Can Bitcoin do this? Will Bitcoin ever do this? Will the adoption levels rise? Is Ethereum ever going to have staking? Like these kinds, I mean, like really like no one knew. The space was so completely new at that point. We moved over to the point where we know that crypto's here to stay. But it's also like, what else? My idea has been for a while that we are going to live in a world that's dominated, I mean, in 10, 15, 20 years, that's dominated by Bitcoin in nearly every single aspect of finance, nearly. I think a lot of altcoins are going to do exceptionally well. I think we're going to live in a world where Bitcoin, this is my opinion, where Bitcoin remains at the top and other coins do well as well. They will never do as well as Bitcoin, but they will reach astronomical figures. And this is why a lot of times analysts over the years have been saying they're anticipating or think that there's going to be a $125,000 Ether at some point in the future. But I mean, if we're talking about a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin, then yeah, of course it makes sense. However, there's never been a real defining factor as to what would make a coin special. And I even blame myself for not even seeing it, that it would have to be money and taxes as the thing that would kind of like really make a coin succeed. I don't know if you've been seeing it like I've been saying, because no one's freaking talking about it. In the news that keeps popping up now that I'm looking for it and I'm like, oh, there are websites talking about it. They're just not crypto, which is crazy because this is a cryptocurrency matter. Apparently, Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump, has repeatedly confirmed and then reconfirmed that there are going to be a number of cryptocurrencies within the United States that are going to be tax-free. Apparently, these are the coins that were created within the United States. And I know I can feel your brain buzzing now. Yeah, same right here. Yeah, right here as well. Looking around, all that I was able to find were 4 coins popping up over and over and over. Algorand, XRP, Hedera, otherwise known as HBAR, and Cardano. These coins have popped up over and over, and as far as I can tell, these are the coins that will be or would be tax exempt according to Eric Trump. As far as I understand the situation, aside from the Bitcoin reserve being created by the United States and a number of states by themselves, another point of legislation will come through to make America the place for crypto, as Gary Gensler has done everything in his power to make sure that this could not be a thing by taking a decade to have one Bitcoin ETF go through. Apparently, this would, I assume, create legislation in some sort of way that would say that cryptocurrencies created in the United States will be tax-free. I don't know how to give you this in English other than if this happens, these coins are going to skyrocket. They're not going to move up a bit. They're going to pump more than you can possibly imagine. There was something, I don't have it here and I probably won't go over it. There's been a lot of positive energy recently from the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. If you follow him on Twitter, he's like giddy. We've gone over that maybe twice around December, but it's like, what do you know that we don't know? Like that kind of thing, like your friend walking into a party, like skipping and being like, hey, like that kind of thing. Rumors are that someone in Ripple will end up having a position in the White House. Rumor. The other part basically is that we know that the next head of the SEC is incredibly crypto friendly, and I think has ties with Ripple or their friends, or they know someone knows something in some sort of way, buddy, that kind of thing. The expectation then also is that we're going to see like a flood of new cryptocurrency, altcoin ETFs also hitting the market. My assumption would be, if their proposals and apparently reclarification and reconfirmation that cryptos created within the United States will get some kind of special favor, this tells me that Algorand, XRP, HBAR, and Cardano would probably then be at the front of the line to also receive cryptocurrency ETFs within the United States. I predict, a matter of logic, if we were already getting price predictions for ADA, for XRP of $10 and $12, this run just based off of normal momentum, if we hear the words and see online that US-based created coins are tax-free, I would assume that would pump Cardano and XRP over $15 to $20 within a good month and a half or 2 months. And I mean like very quickly. It would take a couple of weeks for it to happen. That's before we get news about the approval of ETFs. And that's before we get to the summer. That's before we get to the point where the coins are just pumping organically by themselves. I saw someone online on Twitter, grain of salt time, someone on Twitter saying that they think that XRP can go to like $48, $50 this cycle. And I have to slow myself down because I think that $10 is inevitable. I think 12 is doable. Tax-free gets us to $15 to $20 easy. Like there's no, that solidifies these coins as the thing to buy. There are rumors of Bitcoin bonds happening this year, like government bonds, but based off of Bitcoin, not the US dollar, being launched as well. If we hear that you can buy, hold, sell, and trade Algorand, XRP, HBAR, and Cardano tax-free, what do you think the corporations are going to do? Do you think they would overlook it and go, we don't need tax-free? I feel like they would, gobble is not the word I was looking for, but gobble is the word that I'm going to use. The supply of those would be absorbed completely by companies and institutions in the United States before anyone else. By the United States to get that tax-free status on their crypto. I think that Bitcoin and Ethereum obviously will continue to do well. But if this news is true, we might have found the 4 coins that are going to do exceptionally well into the future and might even last forever. That's not a joke. We've been talking about this since 2017. I said, I don't personally think that Bitcoin will take over everything. I think it's possible, but I think we'll live in a world with at least 20 different coins. These, however, if this happens, are solidifying themselves as like the basis of what you would need in an investment portfolio in the United States. How many stocks and bonds and mutual funds in the United States have 0% tax on them? How many cryptocurrencies are about to have 0% tax on them? This is what I'm talking about. The fact that this isn't being discussed is weird. Everyone's focused on MicroStrategy. Everyone's focused on everything else. This is gigantic. I think we have, I would assume, 2 or 3 months before this really gets spoken about. It might happen quicker. No one knows the time frame for anything. But we've seen these companies already rushing to put forth their new crypto ETF proposals because Gary Gensler is leaving relatively soon. So therefore, after that, with the pro-crypto SEC, yeah, no, this is crazy. Like, this isn't like normal. This isn't like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. No, this is like, do you understand the money that would flow into these? You can't beat 0. You can't. The only thing that's better than that is like being paid to hold these coins, which, I mean, staking and yada, yada, but you understand. If we hear that these coins are tax-free, I'm not even joking. I'm expecting a $15, $20 XRP by summertime if we hear that this is happening. Rightio. Think that's going to do it for this video. No, like, it's actually crazy, like, what's happening right now. Like, everything seems to be lining up. And whenever I chat with my friends, it's weird for us because it's like everything feels too good to be true. Like, everything is lining up better than we could have ever actually imagined. And then seeing this? Yeah. Right. So I hope you've all enjoyed. I hope this happens. Hope you all are having a great day. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.